YouTube Nosy, what's up? How goes it? Normal. What's up, Bowden Blade? How's it going, guys? Blade T1000, is that like, talking like server blade or something, or what is that? Dell? Something totally different. Adele. What's up, Dank Show, Leo? How's it going, guys?
Heavy for subbing while we were off stream. Thank you. I appreciate that. You don't see that very often.
They didn't want anyone to know.
They didn't want
Should have done it anonymously.
Super secret. What's up, Smug Grinch, Dank, Drummer in a Box was good. This is a Jonah Plan build, of course. It's the Fractal North. I mean, what do you expect? You know, it's gonna be a Jonah Plan build, but features a 4070 and Ryzen 5 7600, and this one will be 1625 at PCBros.tech.
Thank you for the sub, YouTube Nosy.
Thank you. Wow. Oh my goodness, the subs are rolling in. Thank you, guys. What a coincidence. I just had an AM5 board arriving yesterday. It's funny you said yesterday. I thought you were gonna be like, it arriving today. Well, you know what? You got it yesterday, and we're gonna build a PC AM5. That's what we like to do here. I feel like, well, God, 90% of our high-end builds now are AM5.
Pretty much.
Because it just works, and we love the upgrade path. Pinky Tech says, look at these losers. Jesus Christ, look in the mirror, Pinky Tech. I can't with you right now. What's up, guys? Phone repair novice. Oh, do you own a phone repair shop by any chance?
Phone repair novice.
Or are you just a lover of phone repairs? I'm not a loser. I passed my CISP exam. Congratulations.
I don't know if that makes you like a winner though.
Does that make you a winner? Does that make you a bigger nerd? Like, let's be honest here.
Annoyed.
But congratulations, Pinky Tech. I'm assuming, I hope that gives you a little pay bump at your job and better things, but I know corporate America, it doesn't always mean that.
Security.
It's probably essential for your job.
Yeah, they said take it or it goes to someone else.
I wonder how much it costs Fractal to do this.
Oh, some text on the inside.
Louis, thank you for the resub. Thank you. Dank Show, one of my fave cases, faux show. I will say this case is nice. It's gotten cheaper, hasn't it? Or is it normally 120?
I don't know.
120
it's not a case I normally follow.
Yeah, 120 seems cheap. I will say there's so many different cases on the market now with wood paneling. It would shout out to the North for making that a thing. Well, shout out to Fractal, really, but I'm not as big of a fan of the North, and I know Jackson agrees the same way because of this. This panel right here really blocks off a lot of what you can see inside the build. And I mean, I'm okay with it being super dark, but you know, I prefer a full tempered glass.
Quite tinted.
Definitely a bigger nerd. Company out $750 for the exam and some more for study materials. Not sure if it changes anything at my job, other than they asked me to do it. Well, you know what?
Don't you love that? Did they pay for it?
I guess they did. Yeah, the company's out $750, so they paid for the exam. So I guess you know you have bargaining material if you ever want to approach them for a raise. You're like, hey, so I'm more certified now than I was before. Thanks to you. You want to pay me more? My bourbon addiction is getting crazy.
You need more money.
Hey Google, play Harris Heller on Spotify Shuffle. Here we go, here we go. Snow Smokes, what's up? Snow Smokes, Slow Smokes. Snow Smokes wouldn't make any sense.
No smoke.
Bo, what's up, how you doing? I see what you mean. Yes. Love the look of that case. Yeah, this is wood paneling at its finest, ladies and gentlemen. I got my CISM and CISSP, 2 high-level data security management certs this year. Either they pay or someone will. See, that's the mindset right there, buddy. That's the mindset. Get your money, Pinky Tech. And maybe make a YouTube video, god damn it.
I know, he's just been, that's his big concern has been this exam, I guess.
I know, we need our, maybe we should make a video about it, because Linus did a video taking A+. And be like, it was hard. It was tough.
Didn't have fun.
Someone will pay for sure. See, someone in chat even says they'll pay for sure. Are you someone who will pay? Are you an employer looking for a well-qualified security professional?
Here at ZipRecruiter.
Pinky Tech might drink on the job, but, and he might take vacation every other week.
But he's a great worker.
But he's a great worker. Recommend. Vouch. When you guys did the HP Victus 15 vid from Wally World, did you upgrade anything in it? Yes, that was a specific part of the video. Was we mentioned how we really recommend you get a second stick of memory because it comes with single channel DDR5. It's not as big of a deal with DDR5, but it is highly recommended you upgrade. And I was just pointing out the other day, because we were planning some videos about laptops, that laptop is still $599. That is still the best laptop deal on the market right now. $599, 8000 series Ryzen 5, RTX 4050, 8 gigs of DDR5 memory, still $599. It's an HP Victus. So if you're in the market, and obviously use our affiliate links, I'm just saying, definitely consider that laptop if you're in the budget market. And please don't buy, there's like ones on Amazon right now with like 2050s for more. Don't do that. Buy the 4050 one.
Do this instead.
Peculiar Stain, what's up? Effie, what's up? How you doing? Morning Peculiar Stain. I always hate when my stains are peculiar. My streaming laptop is a Victus with an i5 and 3050. Cost me less than $500 when I got it. Did you buy it during Black Friday or end of the year? Because that sounds like a traditional discounted laptop. No, I'm broke, retired nerd, but those security certs are okay, they're in high demand. You know what? I like it. Is that ID cooling? Yes. ID cooling. We're going for a very minimal approach with this one. For those who love the wood aesthetic.
Yeah.
Let's see. I did not, but it was on sale. You know what? On sale is on sale. Jackson, I found the monitor I was looking for on Facebook. Thanks, though. Says Incredible Xander.
Oh, yeah, because you were looking for something pretty specific.
What kind of
You said
monitor?
you came to the store, right? I thought you said he was just looking for a Dell monitor, and I was like, should have something.
We should have something from Adele. That they're no joke to prepare for. Well, you're just a big smarty pants, aren't you?
I feel like he was like doing that forever.
Yeah, how long did that take you? How long were you studying for? I'm a BMF. What does that even mean? Are you saying you're a BAMFer? Or is that a BAMF?
2 months? Dang.
2 months.
Yeah, it's crazy to think, because I'm assuming you had to do all that outside of work, right? Like all the studying and stuff.
Question is, are you working today or are you celebrating? Are you on vacation again for it?
Bourbon run.
Bourbon run, baby. The bourbon run. Venor, what's up? How you doing? Anyone here play X Defiant? I don't play it anymore. I played it for a little bit. That game has incredibly fallen off, I will say. I saw someone on Twitter do a thing where they were showing the Finals YouTube channel posting a video about their new season, and everyone says that game has died. And then X Defiant, I think the Finals video had like 300,000 views, and the X Defiant one had like 6,000 views. So, yeah, and they're both from their official channels. So X Defiant was cool, but like I even said it when I started playing it. I don't see this like having longevity. It just feels like another Call of Duty clone that comes out. People really act like it's going to kill Call of Duty, and then they just stop playing it.
They go back to Call of Duty.
Yeah, they go right back to Call of Duty. That's normally how those go.
Low hertz 4K or 4K. I wouldn't get a 4K TV, but if you wanted to get like a 75 or 120 hertz 4K to save some money. But your graphics card's capable of 4K.
No, I mean, ever since COD's been out, there's been COD killers.
20 years ago.
The wood doesn't look bad, but triggers me for some reason. Does it bother you?
You think wood didn't belong on PCs?
Can we talk about how we had an ad offer in our email for Blue Chew?
Oh, is that like the...
That's one of those like sex pills.
That's cool.
And I was like, wow, that's what we have gotten to, guys.
Give it to McAllister.
McAllister needs it. It was the most basic email too. It says, hey, are you interested in Blue Chew? It makes sex better. Let me know. And I'm just like, cool. Pinky Tech being a boomer definitely needs Blue Chew. No doubt. He says, asking for a friend, I need a sample.
So let me try that ish out.
Our dumpster diver was back last night. Oh God.
Is it the same? The
Same
old
one,
dude.
You know what? He's just saving the effort of the people collecting trash. I think he knows the trash schedule now because they pick up this morning. So I'm wondering if he goes right before trash pickup.
He's been enough where he probably has some idea. Thank you, Nerdy, for the sub. Thank you very much.
I'm just saying, you heard it here first. If there is a tech YouTuber out there that takes the bait and does that ad, it's out there. The offer's been out there. Just something about our audience being, well, I mean, there is a lot of older people watch the stream, but we have a pretty young audience. I don't know about that one, Chief. I don't know about that one.
It might translate.
We did do Manscaped.
People love that one.
But Manscaped, I feel like you can kind of hide a little bit. Like, I think a pill, you know, it's
there's one purpose.
It's pretty obvious. Why did Jonah give me the fan that uses those particular screws? Which one not work? Another black fan.
Shoot.
Ugh. I thought all these fans are just from radiators and they have like the shortest cables ever. I'm gonna trigger Jonah and put a height gray fan in the bag.
He would be so upset.
Okay, we can do Zalman. We can do Corsair.
When you get your new gaming rig up, which, hold on. I guess when I give a new gaming rig up, which COD that doesn't have SBMM and voice chat without banning is my direction. Also less hackers. So which Call of Duty? Sorry, me no
You're talking about X-Defiant? The game of COD that doesn't... Oh, I have no idea what you're talking about.
I don't know.
I thought you were talking about X-Defiant, but no.
The message felt more like a thought.
Yeah. AMD, after what happened with 13th4th Gen Intel, I just don't trust them as a company. You mean like going AMD is what you're saying? I mean, people have that sentiment. I will say when these Ultra CPUs come out, we'll see what they're all about. I bet a lot of people are gonna be back on the bandwagon.
You gotta remember too, AMD, you know, with FX, you know, and the
They
whole
have their own controversy too. Companies are gonna company.
Yeah, three core, 6 thread, but calling them 6 core, 6 threads. Like, at the end of the day, like, you know, hating a company forever because of like a mistake they made, you know, is not always the best thing. Not to mention from what we've heard, they've been pretty good about RMAing. They've supposedly even sort of kind of fixed the issue, so yeah. They're trying.
I just want to play Warzone, but hackers are out of control. Are they that bad? Have you been playing Warzone recently?
Not really. I've seen like clips though of like people hacking, but I don't know how prevalent it is.
It is crazy. I was thinking about making a short about it, but I don't know if it would do well. I mean, obviously, it has that like. It might be a better DIY video, honestly, because I want to kind of talk about how, like, for a while there, I just did not like gaming outside of work at all. Like, I had no interest in it, and it was probably because the only games I was playing was first-person shooters, and I just got so burnt out on them that now I'm playing all these different games that I normally wouldn't play, like these Souls-like games.
McAllister style video.
And it kind of feels like it's giving me a new love for games again, you know, with a new style. Kind of encourage people to go outside of what they normally play all the time.
Bisexuality in games, guys.
Exactly.
Come on.
Exactly. They're really bad right now. Talking about FPS games. I think FPS
hackers are just always just any game. Well, think about it like this: any game that's solo, people, I wouldn't exactly call it hack. They mod the hell out of games and you know, run scripts and all this other good stuff to make the game easier, however they want it. And then multiplayer. Anything that has a competitive scene, people are always gonna hack.
It's always gonna be a problem.
I personally have never I don't know. I understand the first one, like I said, single player games. I mean, heck yeah, go for it. Mod the heck out of your game, make Skyrim, you know, look crazy or whatever. But I don't get like hacking in multiplayer because people know how easy you get banned. It genuinely just feels more of like I just want to piss a lot of people off and like prove that I'm smart kind of deal.
I love that concept they came up with for that new game that's out for hackers, where they turn people into frogs.
Oh yeah,
that's kind of funny.
What game is that?
The game that I don't know the name
the League of Legends one.
Yeah.
Intel needs to prove themselves again, but I really just don't trust them because it seems like they they're trend chasing without a plan at the moment.
I mean, they are a multi-million-dollar company. I feel like they have a plan.
I don't know if when you say trend chasing.
Yeah, what do you mean by trend chasing?
I mean, they've made graphics cards. In the last 2 years, it was the first time they've done that, like, ever. And they're actually, like, doing pretty good. And then they were the ones who kind of started the, performance and efficient cores. I haven't seen AMD really do that. They've had integrated graphics. I could be wrong about this one, but I feel like they've had integrated graphics longer than AMD typically has.
I think so.
Because, I mean, even, like, first-gen Intel.
FX didn't.
Yeah, exactly. That was back when motherboards, had the integrated graphics. But first-gen Intel even had integrated graphics. So I know AMD with their whole APU thing was kind of like a first, but was it really?
I'm surprised. Did he? No sleeve cables for Jonah?
I can already imagine going, I want to save money.
Yeah, and he's like, I want to.
You can't plan a 4070 build and say you want to save money.
Yeah, I know, that's funny.
That ain't how that works, Jonah. Those extra $30 for the cables.
Yeah, I know, the cables don't really
difference.
change. Yeah, they don't change that much, buddy.
I will do him a solid, though. There's one extra standoff I need to do.
Your thing is, with the efficient and performance cores, the AMD CPUs are usually more power efficient. They typically can be.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it's like, I don't think it's as crazy as you guys maybe are, I don't know. When people say power efficient, I feel like it can just be a few watts.
Yeah.
And, it's like, oh yeah, AMD is just way more power efficient. It's like,
The power efficient game's cool, but it really, in the long run, unless it's like you live in a country where your power is like
really expensive.
it does not make a difference.
$1 per watt.
It ain't gonna change anything.
Real quick, when I get my 6 parts for my build, I have my old M.2 out of my blown up Acer Nitro 5. Blown up, okay. When I build my new PC, when I had the M.2 from the old laptop, how will it act? So typically, I would especially say, because you're going from such a drastic change in specs, it's not gonna wanna boot to that drive. There is ways that you can rebuild the boot file section. I don't know how to do it, honestly. I've seen David at PCBros do it a few times, but it's not very easy and it doesn't always work. So I would just recommend, if you're gonna just reuse that drive, I would probably just wipe it when you go to put your new Windows on there. If you really want the stuff on there, you need another drive, install Windows on that, and then put that M.2 in, and you should be able to read from that old drive and like pull stuff off of it. Laptop's parts going to a PC drive? Not exactly. It's just an NVMe. They're all the same.
Why did they give you a bunch of fine thread screws, but it's a coarse thread? They give you both.
For the case?
Yeah, that's weird.
They're lying. Hey, Midnight. Ooh, wrong one. Overhead. Wrong one. Overhead.
Did that ever get prefixed?
No.
I think it would be on this side. What the fuck is this? Oh, Chapman. Oh, overhead
That's all
mate.
over.
There it is.
Oh.
Yeah, it's
I didn't know
still.
stuff got moved over there.
Yeah, it's still from the hot stream. I moved overhead over here because I needed 2 separate ones that were better for the hot stream. It just never got moved back.
That makes sense. Running an i5 8500 with a 1070, a solid like balanced build,
Nice. I had to call Microsoft for a 36 character code.
Oh God. Buddy, you gave them your social security.
Yeah, they asked for the silly little numbers on the back of your social security card, and they're like, oh, can't have those numbers.
Yes, put it in and pray, pretty much. If you're hoping that it'll just work, I would not have your hopes too high, but I've seen it happen many times. Oh, look at that. They got power back. Wait, what is that? You finally got power and cell recover. I don't know what the cell recover part means. Oh, cell phone service from Western Carolina.
I know after the hurricane, there was no cell service, but shout out to iPhones and their new satellite emergency texting, which is actually really sick. It allows you to like pinpoint a satellite in there. You could send like immediate text for like emergency purposes.
It uses Elon Musk's satellites.
But what was I gonna say? Yeah, no, who was dealing with the Verizon issue yesterday? I did not get my cell service back until like 5 o'clock last night.
Yeah, luckily, I think that I always forget. I feel like I think I have Google, like Google service.
Yeah.
Me don't know though.
No, I was like, yeah, I had nothing for a while.
I left the office and I was like, oh yeah, I'll be home soon. And then I just realized, oh crap, like I don't have any way to text anybody.
I had 3 12100 with 3070 for now. The December giveaway PC with an upgrade. Oh, nice. Oh, speaking of that, yeah, next giveaway PC
Oh, I'm excited.
planned, and it is looking like. Let's see. So it's it'll be back to the roots. You know, it's a build guide, step by step. This one's $700. Ryzen 5 5600X with a 3060 Ti, a B550M, 512 gig NVMe, 16 gigs of DDR4, a Secretep 650 watt ID cooling Frozen A410, which is kind of like an all black tower cooler. Going in, yeah, actually, yeah, going inside of the Fractal Pop Air Mini.
Well, Fractal.
So that's a, yeah, that's a really good bang for buck, and it's only parts except for the GPU. The GPUs are actually Dell OEMs, but they're 2-fan and they're a good size. They're from a company that we really trust. We bought from them like many times for used and refurbished parts. And it'll still come with our 1-year parts and labor warranty for the 4 that we sell at PC Bros. And then for the 1 that we give away, you're on your own. No, I'm just kidding.
Good luck.
For the most part, you are on your own, but.
It's kind of a test it, make sure it works, and you're on your own, bud.
Yeah, message us before case swapping it.
Yes, we've had that happen. Not trying to call out somebody who's here, but
Yeah, if you're not here, then, well, we're calling you out.
we're calling you out.
If you are here, not calling you out. Could I get an M.2 dongle and plug it in via USB to extract the data on my new build? You can do that. If you get, I don't know if I'd call it a USB dongle, I'd call it an adapter, but they sell NVMe to USB adapters. We have a few, they're really cheap. I mean, maybe $5 to $10 on eBay or Amazon. And you just pop your drive in, and then it basically makes it into a portable USB. And then you can use it for other things too. But yeah, if you just want to, you know, quote unquote, extract the data like you said, then it should work.
Bad screw.
Your cat Archie says, hey. What's up, Archie? 12600 or 12700 for the RTX 3070. I don't think you're gonna notice a major difference with either one, like between the two, between the i5 and the i7. So I would just say whichever one seems like the best bang for buck. Like if the i7 is only 30 to 50 bucks more, I would definitely go i7 because for one, you can say you have it. For two, you do have more efficient and performance cores. And in theory, for like streaming or some task, that's when you'll start to notice a little difference. But when you're just like raw gaming, I don't expect you to see like more than 5 FPS difference between the i5 and i7. So basically buy one of your guys' builds from the site and go that route? Yes, please.
Always. Buy from PC Brothers.
Yeah, we've gone back and forth. I mean, we've had AT&T, Spectrum. Those are the big two here. And I mean, yeah, between our homes, businesses, I think it all just depends on the area, you know, because every area kind of has a monopoly usually of one internet provider. So you kind of just have to pick whatever is there. And I will say, like, I think with my old house, I want to say I was on AT&T and it was great. It was
You're on
fiber.
that fiber, yeah.
Yeah, it was 1 gig up, 1 gig down. I remember I had it put in right when I moved in, and it was awesome. It was like $90 a month. My new house is a little more rural, so we don't have fiber, but I have Spectrum now, and for it being cable, it's great. I think I pay for 1,000 down and like 40 up, and you know, I'd stream game, and I've rarely ever had issues with my internet. I've had like maybe 1 or 2 times since I've lived there where I had to have them come look at it, because I think one of the times there was it was like a jumper or something in the little utility pole right next to my house, and that was, I think it was shorting or something they said. So I was getting really bad, like intermittent drops and stuff, but once they fixed that, you know, it's been great.
It just depends on the area. I know growing up, internet was pretty crap around here. Like we had really bad internet speeds. It was bad everywhere around here, and now AT&T Fiber is like basically the main one that you can get fiber, like true fiber, up and down. Spectrum is still, unless you get enterprise, they're still cable primarily.
It's crazy to think about when we were kids. Like, I remember, you know, if you wanted to download a game, you'd tell your friends, like, hey, I'll be on tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like, because you know, you were usually, even with decent internet, decent back then was like, it was under 100 down, and it was under, like, I would say normal up speeds back in the day because nobody was streaming yet. You were looking at like kilobytes or maybe like a couple to a few megabytes or megabits.
I remember I was excited when I upgraded from my, I think it was like 5 down, 1 up to 1010 or something, and I was like, I can actually do a little bit of streaming now. And yeah, it was still rough. I just remember having the 1-up speed because that was like my biggest bottleneck in doing video. It was like you just couldn't do it.
If you want to upload a YouTube video, you're also
It's an
looking at a few
overnight.
hours.
Yeah, YouTube videos were an overnight experience.
That was back too when, like, man, it's just crazy to think how different YouTube was. Like, you had limits on how long your upload could be, and that was usually once you got like, what is that? A YouTube partner. You know, you were like, oh, you could upload 2-hour videos now. So cool. But before that, I think it was 20 minutes.
Yep. YouTube has changed. They really were like, we don't have the room for your big videos.
No.
So please stop.
God, I wonder what I'm sure someone could look it up, how much data is stored on YouTube.
Oh, it's insane.
I imagine it's like one of those words that, like, I haven't heard of. Like something past petabytes or something, you know? Zettabytes.
It's time for us to get a petabyte. Mm-hmm. Petabyte of video files.
Where's this card on? There it goes. You remember being excited going from a 56K modem to a 92K? Dude, you're almost doubling that speed. USB-C, is that the same spot?
I gotta use the adapter.
Yeah, I mean, you know I'll give it.
He's like, I'll do the adapter. We should just plug the adapter in just for Jonah.
What is the lowest speed needed to be able to stream? I think well, it depends on what you're trying to stream.
Yeah.
I feel like you can get away with like 5
You can.
for sure, you know, just depending.
You kind of want to have a little bit of bandwidth beyond what you're actually physically sending out, just for general, like you playing an online game. It still needs to use a bit of upload.
Is there a fan header like near the power supply?
Amy.
Actually, never mind. I can daisy chain off this. Cool.
In total, it's believed the YouTube stores over 1,000 petabytes or 1 exabyte of data.
Exabyte.
This is an estimate since YouTube has not officially disclosed this exact figure. The data is stored including videos, metadata, thumbnails, comments, and user data. Per Google AI. There you go.
Okay, Google AI. The Google AI thing is so nice. Yeah. I love, like, anytime I Google something now, without having to click on 8 different websites, it literally just sums up everything.
Summary.
Which, I don't know, maybe for those websites, I never thought about this till now, but
Kills their traffic.
yeah, it might be killing traffic, so I feel bad saying it, but I'll tell you what, it's convenient.
Google AI needs to start paying out.
I hate to say it, but honestly, one of the problems with so many websites is like, I feel like anytime I go searching for info, almost every website just has so much fluff, like tons of ads, and then even once you get past the ads, they don't just tell you, you have to like read a novel. So the fact that now, even with Facebook, Amazon, we're starting to see basically AI like look for key points and then just summarize it.
Is there another A pin for the CPU with this thing or no?
Yeah, there is.
I need it. It's a 2 A pin, John. Yeah, that's also, I think that's the gray area a lot of people are having issues with AI is AI's technically pulling information from people's work and using it. And like in that case, that kind of sucks because you're basically pulling the work from these articles and they're really almost never getting credited. And they're just bypassing websites for that. So that's kind of that's gonna be an interesting like legal thing that goes on for the next decade and beyond with AI. Because I know a lot of YouTubers are, I think there's some AI that's training by using YouTube videos and people are like looking into legalities of it because like technically you're just using something that's licensed to somebody to train something and it's like, is that allowed?
Is it copyright if it's not human?
Yeah, so I don't know. Thanks, PCBros, for always being entertaining to me. I want to let you know that both of you have helped me with dealing with my depression. May good Lord bless you all. Thank you so much, Stay Lethal, and thank you for the support. Hopefully things are on the up and up for you. Someone did what is this, the hype thing? Can I get 200 download I live in UK? I mean, that's you, bro. I don't know. Check with your providers.
We're going to have to ask the queen.
Ask the queen. Best special line.
Ask for the dedicated fiber to the palace.
Hey, Google AI, it's wrong a decent amount and it's bad for business. Plus, someone, who is this? Go back. Plus, people hardly verify stuff and take Google AI for its word. I can see where that could be a problem at some point. But
see, like, we say that, but I'm like, look at social media and how, like,
there's already misinformation being spread.
Oh, it's crazy. And if anything, at least, okay, here's my biggest thing about AI. Unless someone programs it to be, at least it's unbiased.
Yes.
Like, at least AI is going to tell me what I'm looking for so I can form my own opinion rather than, and usually it'll take That's one thing I will say is AI, when it comes to reviews, it takes many people's reviews into account rather than just like, you know, one person who maybe has more control. I don't know. Like, I think it's a double-edged sword.
It's gonna be the fun part about AI. Once it evolves, will it be unbiased? Will it start having its own opinions?
Oh yeah.
That's where it gets a little weird. YouTubers now posting up AI-generated videos with deep fake webcams. I mean, there's people just sprouting up YouTube channels that are all AI-driven. It's our Twitter account, because again, we talk about YouTube all the time on there, is a bunch of these like faceless YouTube channel people who just create 20, 30 YouTube channels, use AI to generate a bunch of different video concepts and just post how they're like raking in. It's like the new drop shipping. Is kind of what people are doing now. No idea the legitimacy of it. I mean, they post stuff that makes it look like it's legit, but no idea. But a lot of people are doing that strategy on YouTube right now.
Well, guys, this was an easy build.
This was very easy. 30 minutes. We got another Jean?
No.
No Jean?
No, John.
That's okay. I will take 30 minutes to install this graphics card.
All right, do your best on the test.
Kim Mutombo died. I know he passed away. I knew Pete Rose passed away.
I feel like on Facebook, I saw like 8 different people.
There was like several famous people that passed away yesterday. Oh, the trash
Yesterday
can
was just
is
one of
not
those
here.
days. This is the trash pile now.
His social media, wrong information as well, but I'm also into AI as a whole. As an artist, I see firsthand devastating effects to multiple industries. Makes sense. I get that point of view. I know a lot of people are anti-AI because of the art generation features and things like that. It kind of takes away the human element. I'm hoping we don't lose that human element as we start to go deeper into AI stuff, but who knows?
It's definitely it's a weird little evolvement kind of thing.
Oh,
The Atlanta Hawks.
you're definitely dating yourself there, YouTube Nosy, because that's an old school player right there.
Tool says we don't need people anymore.
Nope, no one needs people.
How much was this build? So this build will be for sale at PCBros for $16.25.
Yes, sir. Clean, stealthy.
Any whisper on Battle Mage release? We know nothing.
I know absolutely nothing. And if we did, we'd be under NDA and couldn't say anything. But no, I have not heard anything. I have not paid attention to the rumors either. I just kind of wait until I hear something from somebody.
Ooh, Kermit, here's a hot one. He says, here's the problem. Say I commission a picture of a Darth Kermit. It'll likely take hours, days, weeks, maybe months, and even then I may not like it. I have to pay because the art was completed. Yeah, I mean, you know, it's, they said about I can easily generate 50 AI pictures in a matter of minutes and download all the ones I like.
Oh no, we're not,
That's true.
definitely not going against the usefulness of it, because it's definitely useful, especially for your use case. I feel like every day I see a new Kermit.
Mm-hmm. Well, and even just for simple things, like I would almost call them like more harmless. Like I think art is, well, I guess if you're in the art industry, it's not harmless, but in my eyes, compared to some of the other things I've heard of AI being able to do, I feel like art is a lot more harmless. And even less harmless, I think, is words. Like I know there's been times where like if you know we're just coming up dry and like a description of something, you know, you might ask AI to describe it instead.
I've had general basic video ideas that I've thrown in AI saying like, I have this, what would you title it? And then normally the titles are one I would just copy and paste, but it's more of something to run with. Mm-hmm. It like gives you like 1 or 2 words that you wouldn't have thought of and you're like, oh wait, that actually sounds great.
Any tips on build for stream and capture card gaming? I mean, if you're gonna be using, so you say capture card and for stream and capture card. So I assume you're saying you're gonna be playing on like a console or a different PC, and you need a PC that's just going to have a capture card, and it's gonna be the one streaming, right? Toaster Bros is in fact AI.
Stop it.
I can't believe it took you all this long.
Don't
to
expose
figure out.
us.
Microsoft AI licenses the pictures it creates, I think, which is funny to me. I'm not surprised.
So then they can come back and get you.
Yeah. That's actually what all these companies have been doing, is they're just like licensing so they can do a massive copyright.
Yep. Sorry, Kermit. All your frogs are now Microsoft's.
They're owned by Gates.
And to be fair, you also don't own the right to Kermit either, so if you want to be...
That is a good point. What's the two empty holes in the I/O? Oh, like these little ones? Those are for if the board had Wi-Fi. They probably just use the same like I/O blank.
Don't mind me just making a lot of noise.
Jonah uses AI to playing computer builds. I wouldn't be surprised. Now, I tell you what he uses. He uses those meta websites.
Yes.
Best CPU and GPU for 650 watt power supply. Well, that's a really broad question because I mean, basically it's like what's the top of the line? I'd probably say 4070 Ti, 4070 Ti Super. Like if we're talking about like a Seagate Type 1, for example. I'm just thinking of what we tested with like a 7800X 3D. Maybe you know, 13, 14 Gen i7.
Fake news, my middle name is Kermit. Oh, is that your loophole?
Ooh.
I like it. AI is going to put a lot of graphic designers, CGI artists, and developers out of job in a few years. That's the downside about, I would say, developers. Right when I was getting into college, there was a huge ramp up of people needing for programming and everything, and a ton of people went for computer science degrees, and now they're struggling to get jobs. Which, market.
So that one person said, yeah, you're doing console streaming, your current rig's freezing up. I mean, you don't need a lot. The big thing is just I would go new.
Yep.
Like I would get something. I know we always say like, oh, you can get like an old Optiplex, but if you just want to make sure that it's going to work and you want to have like USB 3.2, you want to have USB Type C, you want to have extra PCIe, I would do something like a i3 12100. With like maybe like just a cheap NVIDIA card, maybe a 3056 gig.
And also, yeah, if you do new, keep in mind, if you're actually taking content creation really seriously, you need to be making some actual videos to upload as well, not just live streams. So you need something to edit those videos. Get a nice PC.
Well, it's so long.
Thanks for the wonderful content, Jupiter. 7800X 3D, you can go 4070 Ti Super. You can go with anything really. We like the 4070 Ti Super as the best bang for buck.
Yeah. That's interesting. So there's stuff set in place already. 4070 Ti Super pair with the 7600. We've done it multiple times. If you're mainly gaming, especially if you're doing 1440p, it's an awesome pairing. Thank you, Dustin, for watching our videos too. Appreciate it. Oh, I guess we can turn this build on, huh? See if she works. There it is. As Jonah would describe it, tasteful RGB. Queen, you should read up on how AI art is created. All right. Do you think it would be good for streaming too? Oh yeah, yeah. Streaming, so you're gonna use NVENC encoder, more than likely. That's what's gonna take a lot of the load off of your CPU anyways, and it's gonna put it on the GPU, which that GPU has plenty of headroom, and it's a solid GPU. So to give you an idea, I have a 4070 at home with the Ryzen 5800X, and I would say the Ryzen 7600 probably performs pretty close to the 5800X. Even though it's a Ryzen 7 versus a Ryzen 5, just with that newer CPU having stronger individual cores and being DDR5, you know, 7600 super solid. So if I'm able to do it with a normal 4070, which is going to be kind of like a 3080 Ti, 4070 Ti Super is over a 3090 Ti. So you know, it's a pretty solid GPU. So you should be able to and I'm streaming at 1440p on dual. Actually, I have 4 monitors right now, but 2 of them are 1440p, high refresh rate, and yeah, I don't have any problem running anything or streaming anything. Salsa on balls or balls on salsa? By the way, it's my B-day today. Well, happy birthday. Balls on salsa. That's the choice. Use 3050 for streaming, handles 1080p 60 like a champ. NVENC helps a lot. Yeah. That's what we tested that in a video where we were doing an RX 6600, which is definitely a better GPU versus a 3050, which should perform a little less. But when we were streaming, we found that 3050, while gaming, was actually doing better because of NVENC. The stream looked better. It was less laggy too. Thank you, Mental MetaHud, for the resub. Is it too early to take? What is that? Is that a ship? Every time we say PC during the stream. I don't understand. 12600, 3060 Ti, Z690 Pro RS. Z690 is a little, you know, you don't need to go that high end, but I feel like Z690s and B660s are pretty close in pricing, so why not? Is the MSI Gaming X670 good? Yeah. I mean, really any X670 that we've ever had has been really good. You got 13 Gen i7 13700F with the 4060 Ti. Well, actually a good build right there. Ever planning to go with AM5? You talking to us? We just did. Oh, you mean for my PC? I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if by the time I upgrade, there's like either a new platform out or you know, we're past Ryzen 9000 series. Because with the 5000X and the 4070 and streaming, gaming, like I just have not had a single issue. So me upgrading would literally be simply just chasing better parts.
Why do you have an X670E with a 7500F? That's freaky.
Ooh.
But hey, good on you, AM5.
My turn.
Man, this case reminds me of the old Atari 2600. I could see it. Free is the best price. Free is always the best price for sure. Is the 3060 good if I got it for free? Yeah, definitely. RTX 3060 is still a really capable GPU. The 4060 ain't that much better than 3060, so nice. Fire. I love my PC. What kind of specs you got? I don't know if you told Jackson already, but hi, I'm here. I would love to know what you got. Is the Fantex XT Pro Ultra good? I have not built in that case, I don't think. I wasn't a huge fan of Fantex back in the day. I don't know if I just did not like their designs or what. I wasn't a huge fan. We have built in their cases recently, and they're good. I don't think they have anything that stands out significantly compared to the rest of the pack, but I think they're good. 3060 Ti has done everything asked of it. 3060 Ti is still a good GPU. Very good. What games are you playing with a 1660 Super at 1440p? I gotta know that guy, Whack. What games are you playing? What do you think about the 7800X 3D and the price hikes from shortages? It just is what it is. AMD kind of did that to themselves. I mean, you can look at it one of two ways. If you're a pessimist, you could be like, well, AMD is artificially shorting the 7800X 3D because people aren't buying 9000 series, and now people are going to be more inclined to buy 9700X with all the new updates coming out. Or if you think of it as it generally is short, like you just can't buy them, then that's just natural supply and demand. Like it's going to get expensive. It is what it is. Yeah, that's kind of where it's at right now. Finally, budget PC streamers answer questions. Are you going to streams that people don't answer questions? We can't answer everyone's question because we get a lot of questions, but we try our best. What is the best processor combined with a 4090? First of all, please don't buy a 4090 right now. January 50 series is coming out. If you're planning a 4090 build, stop. Stop what you're doing and hold on. Just wait. Secondly, get the best CPU. If you want AMD 7800X 3D, or the 9700X maybe is what I would do. It's kind of what I was thinking, 4090 nowadays. I get you can do 9950X, but I think that's not worth it for gaming. Moving on the topic, there's more unethical lines with AI blatantly disregards. People also taking real artist sketches, not paying for the music. I had to finish it. I've seen so many artist friends go from a single pretty well, so it just came out, they dropped themselves, and I having to stop. Yeah, that sucks. That's the same thing. That's the same issue that automated systems are doing to like the grocery industry. It's just jobs are just going in and out with advancements in technology. And I hope there is some sort of protection in place in the future, but I mean, there's a lot of industries. It sucks. There's a lot of industries that disappeared due to the advancement of technology. And I really hope art isn't one of those because I think the human element of art is what makes it special. But for, let's say, Kermit's sake, he's just trying to create a profile picture for his streaming and content creation journey. So, you know, I hope the human element's still there with art, and I hope artists get what they can, because technically what we're doing is an art. Like, what's stopping AI from taking over our faces and making tech videos for you guys, you know? So, here's what it is. I wouldn't say our videos are artistic. I would say they're the other word, if you get what I'm saying. Yeah, you know, there's definitely some lines there. That's true. Artists have always had a rough go. Ones that are very successful, but ones who are struggling to get noticed struggle for sure. I picture your faces. Should we start doing that? Every video should change our face and see which video does better. I like that. I still don't get the pairing of the CPU and GPU. Could you talk about that? You mean for this build? Or are you talking about another build? Any plans for the new X870 boards, trying to figure out if it's worth upgrading? What do you have right now, Xeno Rose? I wouldn't upgrade to a new motherboard if you already have an X670 or a B650. These X870s are gonna be stupid expensive. They're really only gonna be worth it if you're buying a really high-end 9000 series system. And yeah, upgrading motherboards is never really worth it, in my opinion. I don't know why the 4060 gets a lot of hate in my country. The card has. That was one thing I heard a lot, is the 4060 in other countries is a much better buy. Here it's getting better. I will say used market 4060s are getting pretty cheap. A lot of X870 boards barely have the same features as the X6. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Upgrading motherboards is never really worth it. In general, you said? Okay, well, if you're saying in general CPU and GPU pairs, you want to just make sure you have what's called a balanced build. It's hard. You need to do some research to see what works best with what, but really it just comes down to the term bottlenecking. You really don't want one to be significantly faster than the other. You want to try to get as balanced as possible, unless there's a specific workload. Let's say you primarily play 4K gaming. 4K gaming, high resolution textures, that is very GPU bound. It uses your CPU a bit, but it's very graphics card bound. So in that case, you can get a really beefy graphics card with a lightly lesser CPU and get good performance. Or if you're somebody who likes super high FPS numbers, 200 plus, 400 plus, whatever, 500 plus FPS, you want a good CPU because the CPU helps generate those frames really quickly in those games that can get those high frame rates. So you want to go more CPU at some point. But really, the perfect world is a balanced CPU-GPU combo, and that's kind of where like our videos come in, where we show you builds at certain price points and show you those combinations.
Do you know how much the 7600X3D is at your Micro Center right now? And can you get a 7800X3D there?
That's someone was commenting on. There's a video I think we did where we got this. Oh no, it was the last live stream build we did when we did the 7700X. And we were talking about how it's hard to get the 7800X 3D. They said Micro Center has a ton of them. Wow. Like they have like 25 plus in stock.
So I shouldn't run my RX 580 with a 13700F or 13700. You know, it's not ideal.
Not ideal.
Art has always had a job security problem. That is very true.
That's like, one thing I was mentioning. Yeah.
I think art, even before AI, the problem is art is just so subjective. Like, and it can be done by so many different things.
Redeem it if you want to know what it does.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. Not to mention you can literally like print and recreate art like as many times as you want, and that's been a thing for probably centuries now.
When will how much RAM do you need? That is the end of this month. We got a honk button, which is not a honk button. It is a Jonah having a spaz fit. Here we go. There you go.
I mean, I don't know how much the 7800X 3D is going to be at Micro Center, but that sounds like a really good price. Yes. I don't really know. Yeah, I mean, actually, yeah, without even saying any more, I would just get that. Because I'm imagining a 7800X 3D is going to cost you close to that price right now.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what Micro Center is charging for them.
And the fact that you get 32 gigs of DDR5 and a nice B650 is pretty good.
Micro Center has all the 7800X except the 7900X 3D. It's a polished turd. Yeah. Valid.
Can you read my comment? I want help.
What's wrong?
What's your comment?
I'm sorry. See, the whole, like, we're trying, you know.
It's on sale for $429, and that's just for the 7800X 3D, right? Yeah, that's like almost the same price as that full combo.
Yeah, I would get the combo.
The Combus Wombus.
Combus Wombus. And you'll be happy with the 7600X 3D. You'll just be, I mean, it's perfectly fine. What can I make my brother's PC more fans inside? There's no fan spots there. GPU heat faster than his CPU, please. What are the temperatures?
Oh my God.
Is it actually overheating? Like, give me temperatures here.
And also, like, how can we help you with that? Like, we don't know what case you have, and what do you mean by, like, how can I have more fans? Like, you put them in.
You just can't. If you don't have room for fans, you just don't have room for fans.
You need a new case.
Yeah, if it's that big of a problem.
I'm done buying AMD cards. Uh-oh, we got another person.
No, what happened?
Which one is the best value, 77XT or 4070 Super? Well, they're kind of different. I mean, the 4070 Super is definitely going to perform better, especially in streaming. So if you're just gaming, get the 77XT.
Yep. AMD's always going to be the better value for the most part.
What are the key components or upgrades that can be provided for the best performance boost for gaming setup under $1,000?
When you say setup, are we talking like peripherals? Are we talking everything? That's very broad, I will say. They don't have a 7800X 3D bundle anymore. It's probably because of the shortages.
Well, and also, yeah, I mean, that price that you named sounds pretty high for the 7800X 3D anyways. We were getting those for like 3 something.
I love Micro Center, but they do follow the trends of pricing of components, which I don't blame them. Like, even if they have inventory, they do follow the trend of pricing.
$80 for 1660 Ti, $135 for RX 6600. Good deal.
Yeah?
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
fair.
Good for both.
We don't have any plans to review individual X870 motherboards. I'm surprised people are interested in those. I'll be perfectly honest with you, because like I don't think they're gonna matter at all.
Yeah, you would think they're just it's a motherboard.
You would think, like it's not that big.
It'd be different if AMD didn't make X series boards for this gen. Like if they only had B650s, I would kind of get it. But
am I missing something, Chad? Is there a reason why we should be really excited about them?
well, you guys know that we don't. 7700X bundle. Hey, I'm sure that's solid too.
Motherboards are getting crazy. Yeah, they're going to be expensive too.
So you have a 3058 gig and someone said it's kind of cut down. I don't know what they mean by cut down. If you're saying just because it's OEM.
Yes, that is true. That is the OEM. Remember the Lenovo we had? I had added an alternate thing because OEM is a slightly lower clock speed 3058 gig. It's not big. It's not a major difference, but there is a slight difference.
I wouldn't overclock it.
No, I wouldn't.
There's probably a reason it's cut down.
Yeah, no, just leave it. How long have you been growing the beard? I've had this. I had like a kind of a really thin beard when I was a freshman in high school. That's when I started growing it. So I have not fully shaved since freshman year.
Don't they have the PCIe Gen 5 SSD Gen? I mean, that's
do.
what, like that's been a thing, hasn't it? Gen 5 slots.
Gen 5's been supported for a while.
I'm pretty sure that since 12th Gen Intel and
They have the theoretical support. If a CPU that plopped in there supported Gen 5, you'll get Gen 5.
Make sure, but you know, I'll grab this box of that trash. This is a B650, and we'll see if it supports it. Oh, look at that! Look at the very front of the box, actually.
Gen 5.
PCIe Gen 5. Like, that's what I'm saying. Is I feel like I don't even really think they've gotten the full use out of like B650s and B660s, Z790s.
I was, because again, we don't pay attention too much to the super high end, but I was noticing how there's going to be a new style of RAM for speeds exceeding 8,000 megahertz. It's called CUDIM, is what they're calling it. And it basically has a different controller on it that helps it go to those speeds. So I think if you're DDR5 over 8,000 megahertz, it's going to be, is it 8,000? Someone in chat will know.
It's probably going to be like CL90.
Yeah, it's like if you want to go beyond those speeds, they need an additional controller. I think that's what the controller helps with, because I think they're actually like CL40, but they're like 8,000 megahertz or something beyond. And that controller, I guess, helps reduce timings. I read an article about it because I saw some announcement that some company was releasing 9,600 megahertz RAM, and I'm just like...
I would think shaving with warm water is always going to be better because your pores are a little more opened up.
I did not expect that question.
I don't know if I want a beard.
9,600 from Lexar.
I don't know if I can grow a beard, honestly.
They gonna get hot. Yeah, I'm curious that'd be interesting if we go back to needing to cool our RAM. I sure hope not.
Yeah, God, yeah, I don't want that.
Yeah, it's CUDIM. Makes memory smarter, a lot more robust.
Bearded vegetarian.
It's rumored to be, right now I don't think AMD supports it. It's rumored that the new Intel CPUs will be the first platform to announce CUDIM support.
Does it make sense to upgrade from a 5600X to a 7600X with a 6700 XT? I mean, do you feel like you're missing out on something right now? I'm not, Dim. You are.
Read that. What are we reading?
The PC case intakes cools RAM good enough. Well, I think we're talking about like 9,000 megahertz.
Yeah, we're talking about stupid fast RAM. Like, we have no idea how hot that's going to get.
Johnspo Z20. I don't know if we've built in that one.
Are they going to have a peel that we cannot remove if...
We have built in like probably 4 or 5 different Johnspo cases by now.
Z20. This looks identical. I feel like they stole this like manufacturing template from Deepcool.
Well, they weren't competition anymore.
It's one of these.
Oh yeah, it's like the CH, was it 130?
160?
160?
Something like that.
You get an i5 8600K, 32 gig Z390, 3060. It's a bottleneck, but would you recommend me to upgrade platform? I mean, you can. I don't think you have like a major bottleneck. You are running in Gen 3, but I mean, you have the RAM, and your K processor, especially if it's overclocked, shouldn't be like terrible. But yeah, if you want to go with, you know, like new Ryzen or new Intel, sure.
Temps are 59. Those temps are fine. I wouldn't be worried about it. Beautiful build as always. Thank you.
Is it bad to put a 360 mil radiator behind the 3 front case fans with 3 more fans in the back of the radiator?
No. You can do it that way. Really, it's like if you want to be particular, you got to know where your pump is in your setup. But ideally, it's fine for most.
I would say the pump's the most important part. Like having good fans and good cooling is not going to make a difference if your pump is getting air in it.
It's choking.
It's quiet. It's like you can't even tell it's on.
Oh my God. He's back.
McAllister.
Voila. This is Magabuzi.
Would you recommend 9000 AMD series? Some use cases.
Sometimes, yeah.
And the price difference too. Like if you're really set on, let's say you really want like a 7700X and you can get like the 9700X for like, you know, $30 more. Of course I would do that. Am I the only one who sees cardboard cat scratcher? Oh wait, oh, you see it as a cardboard like cat scratcher? I can see it.
I see wood.
I see the front of this case. I need to inspect. Now see, this one is kind of just, actually, it's funny. I kind of got on Sama for just having pieces of wood glued over plastic, but they do the same thing.
Yeah. That's all she is.
That's something I do have to give Corsair credit for on that, the wood paneling for like the 2500X is like, those are like just solid pieces of wood.
Cardboard PC time. Here we go again.
I've always, yeah, whenever I've had cats, I put my PCs in spots because like where they can't get on top of it. I can't stay in that.
You're welcome, guys. I know you wanted that.
You think the cats would just start scratching at it? I guess I could see it.
Where's Dumb and Dumber?
Yeah,
Your cats are rude.
Dumb and Dumber are late.
Do they have coffee? Yes or no?
I guarantee they're going to. What do you mean? Do they? Have you ever
course
seen
they
them?
do.
Have you ever seen them show up late without it?
I just can't wrap my head around it. They're little goobers, those guys.
Why are there 2 boxes of AMD CPU on the bottom left? Oh, you're probably seeing, well, these ones are Ryzen boxes. We have, like, we like to keep any cool, like, reviewer samples that we get, or, like, reviewer boxes. So we got some cool ones. Like, we got this one up here is when first gen Ryzen came out. They sent us, like, this big wooden case with their CPUs.
Oh, wait.
like
See
the
the hand?
coffee.
Oh, there
Yeah,
it is.
nice.
There it is.
Very cool.
Tommy has to give it to you. Tell him it's yours.
You gotta chug it right now.
You have 1 minute.
You gotta shotgun
Go.
your coffee because you're late.
So you know what? The time for arriving early is arriving on time is 10 o'clock. Arriving on time with coffee is 9:55.
Did anybody wake up Green Day? Yeah, have we woke up Green Day yet? September
September
ended.
ends.
September just ended.
Oh, that's. I heard wake up creamy instead of wake up Green Day. I don't know why. And I
Wake
was
up
like,
creamy.
Does anybody wake up creamy?
What's the sticker on the bottom of your drink?
Yeah, you can do it. You can do it. Wood
Other
case.
side.
Other side.
No, other one.
He doesn't know
He's
he's
trolling.
with us.
He's trolling.
Perfectly hitting that sticker every time.
Tap into fall phase on the app. I didn't know what you said,
No.
so I was like, what?
You're all good. I just thought.
I swear he's trolling.
I was like, to the back. You're like.
I thought you were talking about like the espresso.
Wood cases is definitely feasible. Just make sure you have good enough airflow in it. How many bananas can we eat in 5 minutes?
If you look at our YouTube channel under custom builds, I think we've done 3 or 4 cases that involve either all wood or at least mostly wood.
We're kind of experts when it comes to wood.
I think 3
Wood
bananas
spruce.
before I'd be like already uncomfortable.
It is.
It's a lot of potassium, man.
Sober October, is that a thing?
Cramp for 5 days.
I already failed.
See, I like bananas, but I will say the texture. Like I would say I can eat about 1 banana before it starts to like
Before the shape starts to
I-
get.
McAllister really loves
It's not
the
the shape. It's like I start like gagging, dude, because it's so mushy when you chew on it.
Guys, are you into bananas for the shape or the taste?
I
Yeah.
gag on them for different reasons.
He's trying to see how far.
Like, have you ever noticed with a banana, if you don't, this is
You
gonna
ever
sound
get a banana
weird.
with the foreskin?
No, but if you don't swallow it quick enough and you just chew it
She's
a
built.
moment too long, it just gets so mushy. I don't know.
Yeah, I can see that, but I don't know. I don't burn the texture. I like it.
Look, I've already said both. See, he's a man of culture. The shape and the taste.
Going north.
We're going north, brother. All right, guys. This PC and others, PCBros.tech. Buy a PC today. Pick them up. They're going fast.
What? Can you imagine the microwave banana? That would definitely be.
That would make me throw
push
up.
it instantly.
I bet it would blow up too. Thank you for the sub. It's crunchy. Appreciate it.
I picked my bananas for the girth. Hell yeah.
Join us started disassembling.
So I could have done way better.
Girthy bananas.
I would never say that.
Have a good day bringing my son to school, then homeschool. Oh, you're doing your school and homeschool?
I love the north.
Video editing? Hell yeah.
King of the north.
Teach your son how to video edit. He could end up like McAllister one day.
Destitute. Scraping for everything he has.
Dude, I need these like gray days to go away. I don't know what. I think they've sapped all of my like. I definitely slept way better today, but oh my god, when I woke up and it was gray, I was like, fuck. Like.
Oh, we're rating
I need something to wake me
Tyster.
up.
We're rating Toaster, guys. We hope you all had a good stream. See you guys tomorrow at the same time. Peace out, Girl Scouts.